No one will ever marry your daughter. Once upon a time, in a peaceful village called Aija in Ghana, there lived a young girl named Nkem. She was different from all the other children in the village because of her enormous size. Nkem was so big that she couldn't fit through the door of her family's small hut. Her parents, Mr. and Mrs. Okoro, were ashamed of her size. They loved her but didn't understand why she was so big. Nkem had to sleep in a tent outside the hut because there was no room for her inside. Nkem was a hardworking girl. Despite her size, she managed to open a small shop in the village market, where she sold meat. She was known for her kindness, and she always had a smile on her face. However, the villagers often made fun of her. Children and adults alike would laugh and point fingers at her. No man in the village wanted to marry Nkem because she was too big, even though she had a good heart and was very diligent. What Nkem didn't know was that her size was the result of a curse placed on her mother many years ago. When Mrs. Okoro was a young girl, she insulted a woman named Ya for her body size. Angered and hurt, Ya cursed Mrs. Okoro, saying that one day she would have a daughter who would suffer because of her size. One day, an old woman named Nana Ajoa, who had known Ya, came to the village. She recognized Nkem's mother and decided to reveal the truth about the curse. Mrs. Okoro was shocked and filled with regret when she heard the old woman's story. She realized that her own unkindness had brought suffering to her beloved daughter. Mrs. Okoro felt deep guilt and sorrow. She couldn't bear to see Nkem suffer any longer. She knew she had to find a way to break the curse and free her daughter from this fate. She prayed every night, asking for forgiveness and guidance on how to help Nkem. Mrs. Okoro decided to visit a wise man named Kofi, who lived on the outskirts of the village. Kofi was known for his wisdom and his ability to solve difficult problems. She explained everything to him, hoping he would have a solution. Kofi listened carefully and then spoke. To break the curse, you must show true repentance and find a way to help someone in need without expecting anything in return. Only then will the curse be lifted from your daughter. Determined to help her daughter, Mrs. Okoro started looking for ways to show her repentance. She began helping the poor and the needy in the village. She gave food to the hungry and clothes to those who had none. She did all this in secret, without telling anyone, including Nkem. One day, a young man named Kwame came to the village. He was a wealthy merchant looking to expand his business. He noticed Nkem in the market and was impressed by her hard work and kind nature. Unlike others, Kwame saw beyond Nkem's size and was drawn to her inner beauty. Kwame began to visit Nkem's shop regularly. They talked and laughed, and soon they became good friends. Kwame admired Nkem's strength and determination. He saw how she dealt with the mockery and still managed to stay kind and cheerful. As days turned into weeks, Kwame realized he had fallen in love with Nkem. He admired her resilience and her beautiful heart. He decided to confess his feelings to her, not knowing how she would react. One evening, as the sun was setting, Kwame went to Nkem's tent. He took a deep breath and told her about his feelings. Nkem was surprised and overwhelmed with joy. No one had ever shown her such kindness and love. She too had developed feelings for Kwame but had kept them hidden, thinking no one would ever love her because of her size. Kwame asked Nkem to marry him, and she happily agreed. They planned a beautiful wedding in the village. Despite the initial shock, the villagers eventually came to support them. They were moved by Kwame's love and Nkem's happiness. On the day of the wedding, something miraculous happened. As Nkem and Kwame exchanged their vows, Nkem began to feel lighter. The curse was breaking. Her size gradually reduced, and she turned into a normal-sized woman. The villagers watched in awe as the transformation took place. Nkem's parents were overjoyed to see their daughter finally free from the curse. Mrs. Okoro thanked Kofi and the old woman for their guidance. She apologized to Ya's spirit and promised to always be kind and considerate. Nkem and Kwame lived happily together. They expanded their businesses and helped the village prosper. Nkem never forgot the lessons she had learned and continued to be kind and generous to everyone. The villagers also learned an important lesson about kindness and acceptance. They stopped making fun of others and started helping one another. The village of Aijia became a place of love and harmony. Nkem's story became a legend in Aijia. Parents told their children about her courage and the importance of being kind and accepting of others. Nkem and Kwame's love story inspired many, and they were respected and admired by all. With Kwame's help, Nkem's shop grew into a large business. They opened new shops in neighboring villages, providing jobs and opportunities for many. Their success brought prosperity to Aijia and surrounding areas. Nkem's relationship with her parents also improved. They became closer, and they spent more time together. Mrs. Okoro and Mr. Okoro were proud of their daughter and grateful for the love and respect she had earned. Kwame's wealth and generosity also made a significant impact. He funded the building of a new school and a hospital in the village. The villagers' quality of life improved, and they were forever grateful to Kwame and Nkem. In time, Nkem and Kwame were blessed with a beautiful baby boy. They named him Kwaku, and he grew up in a loving and caring environment. The villagers adored him, and he was known for his kind heart and intelligence. Every year, Nkem and Kwame celebrated their wedding anniversary with a grand feast, inviting the whole village. It became a tradition that everyone looked forward to, a reminder of the power of love and kindness. As Nkem grew older, she became a source of wisdom and guidance for the villagers. People came to her for advice and help, and she always welcomed them with open arms. Mrs. Okoro's story of repentance and forgiveness also spread far and wide. It taught people about the power of forgiveness and the importance of making amends for past mistakes. Kwame continued to travel for business, but he always returned home to his family. His adventures brought new opportunities and prosperity to the village, making Aijia a well-known and respected place. With Kwame's support, Nkem opened a school for girls in the village. She wanted to ensure that every girl had the opportunity to learn and grow. The school became a beacon of hope and education. Nkem and Kwame were invited to join the village council. Their wisdom and experience helped guide Aijia to greater heights. They worked tirelessly for the betterment of their community. Kwaku grew up to be a fine young man. He inherited his parents' kindness and generosity. He excelled in his studies and was loved by all. He had many friends and was always ready to help those in need. Nkem and Kwame's story continued to inspire the new generation. Young boys and girls aspired to be like them, hardworking, kind, and generous. The values of love and acceptance became the foundation of the village. One day, a woman named Ya's granddaughter visited Aijia. She had heard about Nkem's story and wanted to meet her. She brought with her a gift, a token of peace and forgiveness from her family. Nkem welcomed Ya's granddaughter with open arms. They talked for hours, sharing stories and memories. It was a heartfelt reunion that healed old wounds and brought new friendships. The village decided to hold a festival in honor of Nkem and Kwame. It was a grand celebration with music, dancing, and feasting. People from neighboring villages also joined in the festivities. During the festival, Nkem gave a speech. She spoke about the importance of kindness, forgiveness, and love. Her words touched everyone's hearts, and they vowed to uphold these values in their lives. Aijia entered a new era of peace and prosperity. The villagers worked together to build a better future for their children. They celebrated their successes and supported each other in times of need. Nkem and Kwame's love story became a symbol of hope and resilience. It showed that true love can overcome any obstacle and that kindness and generosity are the keys to a happy life. As Nkem and Kwame grew older, they passed on their responsibilities to the younger generation. They taught them the importance of hard work, kindness, and community spirit. In their old age, Nkem and Kwame decided to take one last journey together. They visited all the places they had been to in their youth, reminiscing about their adventures and the love they shared. Nkem and Kwame's legacy lived on through their children and grandchildren. The values they instilled continue to guide the village of Aijia. Their story was told and retold, inspiring future generations. Nkem and Kwame's story is a reminder that no matter how difficult life may seem, love, kindness, and forgiveness can bring about miraculous changes. Their journey from struggle to happiness shows that true beauty lies within, and that a loving heart is the most precious gift of all. I hope you enjoyed the tale. If so, please like the video, comment, share it with your family and friends, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell for more enchanting tales like this one. Goodbye.